Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and this is my detailed review and install of the Stainless Works Turbo S-Tube catback exhaust system featuring the dual same side exit dumping behind the passenger side rear tire, available for your 2015 and newer Super Crew or Super Cab 5-liter F-150. My review is going to cover the big three topics you guys want to hear about when shopping for an aftermarket system for your 5-liter powered truck. We're going to talk about the sound profile you can expect from the Turbo S-Tube, we're looking at the construction and the materials, and then finally we'll give you a quick topical overview of the install itself. And for any Super Crew, Super Cab owner out there, 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, 100% bolt-on affair. A little bit more work here involved since this is a dual split exit system, but we will have some more detail on that later on. In my opinion, the Turbo S-Tube here from Stainless Works that we have in this video should appeal to the truck owners who are still rocking those stock manifolds or stock headers and would like to go with a premium brand or premium option like Stainless Works. With that said, this is going to be one of your most affordable solutions for a catback offering dual split exit configuration and full 304 grade stainless steel throughout from tip to tip. And finally, and maybe most importantly here, this is gonna be for the truck owners who wanna be heard, as the S-Tube is one of Stainless Works' most aggressive offerings. But let's get right into that aggressive sound here with the S-Tube, because yes, this is an exhaust after all, and that's really what we're here for. In my opinion, this thing rocked. It produced a good amount of volume over the factory system, but at the same time, it's not the loudest system out there. So breaking out my wake to neighbor scale, I'm going strong 3 out of 5 here. Not willing to punch it up to a 4 because again, not the most aggressive system out there. It's certainly not Borla Attack loud or Flowmaster Outlaw loud, but you are hearing this thing over the factory system and a little bit more inside the cab as well, but it's a good tone inside the cab. Now keep in mind, this is their factory connect system, so you're still using your stock manifolds here and stock mid-pipe. Go with their Performance Connect version, which includes the long tube headers and their aftermarket mid-pipe, and expect that number to jump up dramatically. But let's go back and talk about that Factory Connect versus the Performance Connect. I don't want you guys to get confused, and it's very important that you buy the right system for your ride. Again, this is the Factory Connect version that we have on the table. It's the sound clips you heard, and it is designed to work with the factory manifolds, again, or the factory headers in your truck. Ultimately, this is going to be for the truck owners out there who don't envision themselves upgrading the headers in their F-150. On the other hand, there is the Performance Connect version of this same exact catback. And again, that is designed to work with the Stainless Works long tube headers and corresponding mid-pipe that comes along with those. Now the Performance Connect version, obviously you're getting more sound as we just talked about, but you should also look for a nice little bump in power as well over the Factory Connect version. But let's move into the design, the construction, the configuration here with the Stainless Works system, and here are some of the big things you should know. Premium 304 grade stainless steel throughout. I know I've said that a few times in this video, I'll say it again. Great stuff, some of the best material money can buy when you're shopping for an aftermarket catback. 3-inch mandrel bent tubing throughout with this system, and you're also looking at the twin Turbo S-Tube mufflers here from Stainless Works, which really are going to be responsible for shaping the sound with this system. The lead pipe that Stainless Works throws in with this kit does delete that factory resonator, so obviously that's going to help increase the volume a little bit here with this system, along with the S-Tube mufflers. These things are actually straight through by design, and Stainless Works claims these things are never going to burn in or blow out. And these are two terms that sometimes are thrown around when describing mufflers and things that can change the sound of the exhaust over the years. Not a concern here again with the Stainless Works system. Finally guys, everything is going to exit out the twin 4-inch polish tips. Again, slash cut here, polished to a brilliant shine, and these guys are going to dump out right behind the passenger side rear tire. In my humble opinion, the Stainless Works system that we have in this video is going to be one of the best values on the site when it comes to overall construction, materials, ultimately sound, and just overall bang for your buck. It is one of your only options to get that dual same side exit configuration behind the passenger side rear tire, and to get all of that in 304 grade stainless steel for south of $1,000. Now, if you are familiar with exhaust materials, or maybe you've just seen a lot of my exhaust overviews in the past, you probably know why I praise the 304 grade stainless so much, and ultimately it just boils down to longevity. If your truck sees a lot of road salt during the winter months, the 304 is going to be the material for you because it's the best at reducing corrosion, especially over the 409 grade stainless or aluminized steel. The only drawback here is that it costs a little bit more than those other materials, but again, Stainless Works does a great job of keeping the price down compared to some of your other 304 options on the site. I do also want to point out here that MagnaFlow is going to offer you something very similar in overall configuration and price, but their system utilizes 409 grade stainless as opposed to the 304 we have here with the Stainless Works option. So again, in my opinion, the 304 just a slightly better material overall if you're willing to pay for it. As promised, let's get into the overview with the install here. And again, if you have a Super Crew or Super Cab F150, you're not gonna be looking at anything crazy when it comes time to open up the toolbox. No cutting, no permanent modification, so I'm sticking with 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. And as a general rule of thumb here with the capbacks for the F150, we usually call them about an hour or 2 from start to finish, depending on your expertise. As far as basic tools here, well again, nothing crazy. Socket set is really all you're looking at. Maybe a tool to help you get those hangers off. Hanger removal tool would be ideal, but if you don't have one of those, a pry bar or a flathead screwdriver tends to do the trick just fine. I always recommend starting with removing that factory exhaust first, right? That's pretty obvious, but after that's out of the way, you can go ahead and get to work installing the Stainless Works option. I recommend starting from front to back. That always is the best bet for me, but do whatever works for you. Either way, Stainless Works does include some very detailed instructions that should help you with your install. If you haven't been able to tell, I'm obviously a big fan of what the Turbo S-Tube from Stainless Works is bringing to the table. The sound is absolutely awesome, the construction is on point, and the price is certainly hard to beat given the materials. So that is my review of the S-Tube catback here from Stainless Works, which you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.